Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
It is do or die time at Ron Mottl Field on the campus of Tri-C West. This is the NJCAA Division II Region 12 Baseball Playoffs on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. A big Game 3 today featuring the Tri-C Triceratops and the Bryant and Stratton College Bobcats. Hello, friends. Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Game 1 of 2 for us today at Ron Mottl Field. This one, of course, the playoff game, the one we have been all waiting for since last night. The rematch. Game 7 overall this year. Game 3 of the playoffs between these two big competitors. Of course, later on tonight, we will have Holy Name versus NDCL baseball at 6:30. But the skies, they don't look too good right now as we pan to the overhead view. Yeah. That is gray. The lights are on at 1:30. No bueno is the best way to describe how it looks out there. But on the mound today for Tri-C, someone looking to look bueno today, Ethan Elbert. A big start for him on hand. This will be his 10th appearance of the year, 5th start. So far, 40 innings of work, 32 runs allowed, 25 of which were earned, 23 walks, 47 punch-outs, and a 5.63 ERA. To get that kind of production out of your 4th starter of this rotation, it is impressive. Of course, you had your number 3 go yesterday in, well, the middle of the game in David Moore. We did talk to some people, and we have been told he is available if needed to go again, as he only pitched 3 innings down the stretch in game number 2. And it's a very familiar leadoff man to get things underway for Bryant Stratton and Nico Reach, as he will take ball 1. Time locally 1:32 p.m. This is one of 2 Game 3s happening today in Region 12. Of course, this one has the rivalry implications added onto it. These teams have played each other the last 6 games. We mentioned it last night. It's not often that a team will go up against the same team this often down the stretch in a season, and it's more impressive that it spans from the regular season all the way to the actual tournament itself. And as well, this team that wins here will be the only one representing Ohio. Reach a sharp grounder and threw into right field just past the second baseman, Yanmaz. And the leadoff man is aboard for Bryant Stratton. Patient hitting there from Nico Reach, placing it the other way. And that'll set up the Eastern Illinois commit, Gavin McLean. McLean entering play today, a .395 average, just a few points below what he came in with yesterday. 47 RBIs, 16 doubles, 4 triples, and 12 home runs. Beyond that, a career .397 average. And here's a shot into right field and down. It's back-to-back base knocks for the Bobcats, and they will send Reach all the way to third. So runners at the corners to get things going for Bryant Stratton. And now here comes the big man, Tyler Biskup. You look at game number 2 yesterday, they had all of the offensive struggles. So far here, they are playing some of their best baseball. And this is a team that averages around 7.5 runs per game. The hits, they need to follow today in this game. And so far, through 2 at-bats, they have and then some. And now A.J. Trobenter will put on the first and third play call. Of course, Trobenter, a career day yesterday, 2 home runs, getting his first 2 collegiate bombs in a big way for Tri-C, one of which gave them a lead they never looked back from. McLean will take off from first. There is strike 1, and it's a free pass for him all the way down. 2 runners in scoring position for Tyler Biskup. And this is a spot that he is used to. 100 career RBIs as a Bobcat across 2 full seasons. A chance for 101 and 102. And just this season alone, 64 and 65. Wave and a miss on the 0-1. For Elbert, this is where he needs to settle in and get the first out. The top of this order, it is the meat and potatoes of their hitting. Each of the most powerful guys, their best hitters, and their most consistent guys. You get past 5, you're in a decent spot. But it has to come here from Ethan Elbert. His 0-2, missing wide. I don't really hate that delivery at all from Elbert. I think we're going to see him dance around the zone a few times with the 0-2. Yes, you have 2 runners in scoring position you have to keep a close eye on. At the same time, you get a chase, you get a free out. Now the 1-2 brings it inside, and there is strike 3 looking. Went coast to coast with it for out number 1. For Ethan Elbert, that is what you need to do to settle in. The last time we saw him against Bryant Stratton had a difficult time settling in on that inner edge. A lot of his hard 90s were, well, in that same spot. Just brought it over the plate enough and got the punch outs. A risky move, yes, but Ethan Elbert throwing with confidence in the top of the first. And to see him shake off the 2 base knocks to begin, definitely impressive. And now Trobenter will go and talk to his pitcher. Looking at the rest of the defense today, Albert on the mound, Trobenter doing the catching. Hill is at first with Yanmaz at second. Bortnick is at short with Jones at third. And from left to right in the outfield is Ross, Dreger, and Bowles. And not a good sign here. Coach Kaplik will go and talk to Ethan Albert. Hopefully it's just signs, as that'd be the best case scenario here. Of course, a lot of teams, they do opt to go and try to steal the signs as it gives them a leg up. And, of course, with Adam Kidder stepping in, who had a career day yesterday with a home run and 3 RBIs in Game 1, you do not want to take any chances here in a win-or-go-home game. So far this season, 30-16-1. 13-3 in the conference, an impressive year. Third straight season of 30-plus wins for Tri-C. They have really been a really strong team since COVID. And a big part of restarting the program along with Kyle Stahlberg was Nick Kaplik. Those two came in and really revitalized the program, getting an All-American in Kohler a few years ago. And now they have a star-studded lineup with so many great talents from not just Cuyahoga County, but elsewhere, including Canada. And, of course, there is Canadian representation out in center field today. A good rip over towards right field and through. Again, it's Adam Kidder delivering a strike for Bryant Stratton. He brings in 2. It is a career weekend for Adam Kidder, and the Bobcats strike first in the elimination game. All 3 base knocks go to the same exact spots. It doesn't get much better than that for Bryant and Stratton. And all really good swings. Yanmaz gave it his all to try and bring that one in. There's nothing he could have done. And now they go back to work, 1 down with Hudson Gherkin stepping in. And the first pitch will wave across the plate. So for Jude Balser, he will be pitching with a lead entering the bottom of the first inning. 3 hits, 2 runs so far for the Bobcats. Gherkin skies the 1-0 into shallow right center. And Yanmaz will keep it just on the edge of the turf for out number 2. The wind definitely blowing a little bit today. We are expecting some rainy conditions later on this afternoon. But as of right now, it is about as good as it is going to get. Point being, if you are going to score, this is where you do it, not when it's raining and you have to rely on mistakes to make it happen. I mean, you go back to that Shaker Heights Holy Name game a few weeks ago. The main reason why we had so many runs early on was because of the rain. I mean, that game ended 11-10 with 2 teams who averaged less than 5 runs a game. First pitch to Calvin Dean breaks in for strike 1. Of course, his call to fame last time out was a very obscure play. A 2 RBI sac fly into center field. It wasn't misplayed or anything. It was just that deep. The 0-1, a wave and a miss, pulling off it. This is where for Calvin Dean, you have to keep your head in and just line it into right field. 3 of the first couple of guys have done exactly that. Just do what they did. But for Albert, a chance to get out of the inning, and he will. The side is retired. Strikeout number 2 today for Ethan Albert gets the job done in the top of the first, but plenty of work to do for Tri-C's offense now. To the bottom of the inning we go. 2-0 your score, courtesy of, once again, Adam Kidder. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Cohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.cohut@twfg.com. Cohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, bottom of the first inning. 2-0 your score. Bryant Stratton on top, courtesy of Adam Kidder. And that appears to be a balk on the attempted throwdown. But on the mound in game number 3, it is Jude Balser, a big pitcher, the sophomore out of Bloom Carroll High School. 40 1/3 innings work so far this campaign. 51 runs allowed, 36 of which were earned. 21 walks, 45 punch-outs, an 8.03 ERA with a 3-5 record as he makes his 12th appearance, 11th start. However, last year he was the ace of this pitching staff. Came in with a 3.93 ERA, 5-3 record in 9 appearances, 8 of which were starts, and had an 18 walk to 41 punch-out ratio. If he can hone in on what he did last year, he is in line for a good start today. But so is Jameer Ross, a solid rip into center field. But Stoltz is there to make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 down for the Bobcat defense. That's how they want to do it today. The quicker they play this game, the better. But at the same time, this Tri-C team, anybody in this roster can tell you, all it takes is 1 bad pitch and the game will change. And they showed us that 4 times last time out in the 5th. And one of those guys that did just that was Nate Hill. And he will take ball 1 out wide. He has been the home run hitter on this roster this year. 11 hits, a team high, that have gone out of the park. And on top of that, 41 RBIs. He has been incredible this year. A big transfer coming in. To get him out of Toledo, that was a big addition. And, of course, going back to Coach Kaplik's time coaching Medina, he wants to keep that battling B identity close to home, just going a county up. Count 3-0 here on Nate Hill with Vinny Gallagher in the on-deck circle. Opposed to playing at first base today, he will be the DH. And could potentially go in some capacity later on, just depending on what they have to do. The 3-0 is there for strike 1. Of course, we missed one really massive name when announcing our starting lineups today, that being Diddy Farrell. He is inactive today due to illness. A massive loss for the Tops. The 3-1, Hill will take for strike 2, and we are full. But if Diddy is watching, best of luck to you as you look to recover. I'm sure his goal, and same with Tri-C, is to have him back for the regional tournament next week at Jackson. Here's the payoff pitch. It is in the dirt for ball 4. And that'll give Tri-C a 1-out base runner. And now that'll bring us to Vinny Gallagher. For Vinny Gallagher so far this season, he has been a massive spark of this offense. A .394 average, 10 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs with a 46 RBI tally. He has been incredible, and if you ask a lot of the people around this program, especially the coaching staff, they might call him the most consistent hitter on this roster. He has been consistent in putting the ball in play. It might not be the hardest contact sometimes, but when it's in play, it is a dangerous ball. And this is really the big start of the order that Tri-C wants to get to in the first inning and then beyond. After Gallagher returns to Trobenter, then Dreger. Hill will break. The pitch is low. Throw down to second is not in time. And he is in there with a stolen base. Excellent speed shown from Nate Hill, getting his 21st snagged bag of the campaign. You wouldn't really pin him as the fastest guy on this roster, but he does have some good speed behind him. Count 2-0 on Vinny Gallagher. Balser sets and delivers a strike to the outer edge. A good response from Balser. Of course, both teams, I would say, have their 1, 2, 3 in the pitching rotation lined up for today. We've talked about them all tournament. Expect Joey Flanagan either in the second or third spot today for Bryant Stratton. Count out 2-2 on Gallagher as he fouls that one off. Of course, the last time he did pitch against Tri-C, and for that matter, the only time he pitched against Tri-C was on the road in Solon. Of course, a more controlled environment, but as of right now, the focus for both starters is to mow through the order the first couple of times through to get us into the middle of the game. The 2-2, Geller, half swing, foul right towards the Stratton bullpen, and potentially right in it. And it looks like they're actually just keeping some guys warm. That could just be a optic move, or it could be to actually put pressure on Balser, who, again, comes in a decent spot. Here's the 2-2, well wide, and we are full. I think a big reason why you keep guys ready to go is because of the home run threat that Tri-C now possesses. They showed up last game, 5 home runs, including 2 for A.J. Trobenter. And Tro was in the on-deck circle. Balser keeping close tabs on Hill before his payoff pitch, which again is wide for ball 4. Back-to-back walks will now set up A.J. Trobenter handsomely. A career day last night. What does the Troso have in store here in game number 3? For Trobenter's sake, this is where he can do it again, and opposed to last time, which had 1 extra runner on, this one has 2, so a chance for a 3-run shot. Or, of course, if he just puts this one in play, that'll be a big help. But first, a throwback to second, close but not in time. I think Bryant Stratton thought they had him for a second. Good execution, though, between Reach and Balser on the timing play. I believe McLean as well kind of set the cadence from short. Either way, it works out almost perfectly, but it's still a challenging pitch. Or rather, a challenging throwback, and now that pitch will miss wide for ball 1. Entering play today, Trobenter really improving on his average, now batting .425. On top of that, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. He was an RBI machine last night, and he will need to be that again today. Of course, without Diddy Farrell, you lose a good amount of your depth just there, as he could play a number of positions. A 2-ball, no strike count on A.J. Trobenter. And now it's ball 3. Balser now at risk of walking the bases loaded in the bottom of the first inning to set up Nash Dreger. Again, somebody who hit a home run yesterday. Jude Balser has to put this one in the zone. But he won't. It's high for ball 4. Trobenter, 2 things he did well yesterday. Get walked and hit the baseball. And now here comes Nash Dreger, bases loaded. And Coach C-Max is going to go and have a word with his starter as the Seminole chant will once again play at Ron Mottl Field. They bring it out so often, it is just expected every single time we are here. It's imposing. It always has been, and it always will be. It is the home field advantage here at the Mott that Tri-C has made their own over the last couple of weeks. Again, bases loaded, and here comes Nash Dreger, maybe the last guy that you'd want to see here, given where you are in the order. And after him, it goes to Jackson Bowles. So 2 guys, again, who hit home runs yesterday. It doesn't get any easier here for Jude Balser and this defense. And now, just based on what we've seen from Balser, I think the action in the bullpen is going to be a little more than just optics. It could be priming this Tri-C team to face a second pitcher this inning. And Dreger, he will put it over towards short. McLean turns to 2. Now the relay to 1, not in time. So 1 run will come in for Tri-C. It'll split them up in a big way. But if he didn't beat that ball down the line, the inning was done. So excellent hustle from Nat Streeter, putting the tops on the board. And now here comes Jackson Bowles, a chance to tie it up. But that could have gone completely different for Tri-C. It definitely was a close call back at first. But I do believe Dreger did beat it out convincingly. And there is strike one to Jackson Bowles. Bowles so far this year batting .328 with 12 doubles, 3 triples, and 3 home runs. On top of that, has 29 RBIs, including one last night on his solo shot. Throwback to one is not in time. In the top of the second inning for Bryant and Stratton, it is Sanchez, Conkler, and Stoltz. Bottom three of their order due up. And Tri-C could be in line to do that here if Bowles does not deliver. Balsers 0-1. Jackson Bowles gets underneath it, skying it into center field. It'll be Stoltz. He is there, and the inning is over. A rocky start defensively after 3 consecutive walks, but Bryant and Stratton is able to get out of the inning, only allowing the 1 run. To the second inning we go. It's the Bobcats up 2-1 on Tri-C.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Kevin Sanchez steps in to lead things off in the top of the second inning. 2-1 your score. Bryant and Stratton on top of Tri-C in this Game 3/elimination game. First pitch of the inning going to the backstop. It's Sanchez followed by Conkler and Stoltz. 7, 8, and 9 this inning for the Bobcats. Already doing some great work offensively. 2 runs on 3 hits. Those hits coming from Nico Ridge, Gavin McLean, and then the 2 RBI single coming from Adam Kidder. Kidder was a thorn in Tri-C's side yesterday and looks to be again today in Game 3. And once again, as we have talked about a few times already, rain is expected to begin very soon. Just depends on how soon it actually does start. A 3-0, a good response from Elbert for strike 1. This guy does not look too promising out in center field. Only getting worse. The 3-1, it is in the dirt for ball 4, and Sanchez will reach on the walk. And the leadoff man is aboard for the Bobcats. But again, this is a big spot for them as you look going forward. If Balser can't settle in and you have to go to your bullpen, which Tri-C has hit off of quite well so far this season, you might be in a bad spot, and this would have to be just like some of the other regional games so far, an 18-10 game or something along those lines to win. This offense can score, I don't know if they can score 18 times. They could in 9 innings, just depends on how they operate. Of course, part of that is being aggressive at the same time, knowing when to take. That time I expect the latter, a good take. 0-1 the count though on Conkler. So far this year, a 242 average for the freshman out of Franklin area high school in Pennsylvania. And another strong take, this time for a ball. Once again, for those just tuning in, a big storyline today for Tri-C. No Diddy Farrell out today due to illness. Alberts 1-1 in the dirts. Count out 2-1. After Stoltz, you go back to the top of the order with Nico Reach. But if I'm Tri-C, I'm looking at the on-deck circle. I'm thinking, okay, this is a guy who is coming up to bunt. And you have to be prepared for that. You look at him so far this tournament, has struggled to swing the bat effectively. He has the speed. We've seen that in center field. He is a good bunter. If one more gets on here, expect it. Even if not, you expect him to bunt to try and put Sanchez in scoring position with 2 down to then bring up Nico Reach, who is already 1 for 1 today. The 2-2 breaks in for strike 3 looking. A pivotal first out for Ethan Alberts. And his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon as well. So now here comes Jackson Stoltz, and the question is, will we see that bunt or not? Of course, I think your play would be to try to get the lead runner, but knowing what he can do, most likely you'd have to settle for just Stoltz at first, if that is his move or not. And he's going to swing it to begin. Now, I think if there were 2 on, none down, that would have been a shoo-in spot to bunt. It also could be a little too early for this team to try and play small ball. Only up by 1, but still up. And I think they can create something with a swing more than the bunt. The 0-1 misses high. Once again, you have the top of your order coming up with Reach, McLean, and Biscup. And of course, Adam Kidder, who arguably has been the hitter of the tournament here, outside of A.J. Drobenter. The 1-1 again high. Right now, the bullpen empty for Tri-C. We have an idea of who they would warm up, but the question is in what order. And I still think we are a few innings away from that. The 2-1, Stoltz fouls it off. But I would guess it is something along the lines of Spencer Mueller, Kyle Figueroa, and then from there, maybe David Moore if needed. However, both starters most likely not going to be able to go again today. Alberts 2-2, Stoltz takes it just a hair high, and we are full. A great battle here by the center fielder and former man of Benedictine. Here's the payoff. Stoltz into right center field, just over Zaylen Yanmaz. An excellent piece of hitting to put 2 on with 1 down for Nico Reach. That's how you take it the opposite way. The 4th base hit so far for Bryant Stratton, and all have landed within, I would say, 10 feet at most of each other. Every single one is landing in the same exact spot. But for Jackson Stoltz to respond after his struggles yesterday, this is quite impressive. And what you could say is the biggest game of his career. And now it is Nico Reach time, 2 on, 1 down. He will take high and in. This is a great spot again for Bryant and Stratton. They had 1 home run yesterday. You cannot forget about that threat. You have to be careful. The 1-0 breaks in, evening things up. I like that pitch here to Reach, but against McLean, Ethan Albert has to remember what pitch he threw last time in the first inning, which was very similar to that, just a little more elevated. And I'm sure this coaching staff understands that as well and will go with the right pitches for the scenario. The 1-1, again, breaks but misses. I'll reiterate, if this is Gavin McLean, you don't throw those pitches. Most other guys you would. In a game like this, and given what you have 6 games of prior film on these guys. You know their cadence is by now. Reach, a strong shot on the 2-1 as he sends it right towards his dugout. Maybe just making sure everybody is still paying attention. And that throw from the dugout is just a bit too high. Good idea. Good attempt. A for effort. Maybe a B. Deuces on Nico Reach, the second baseman. And he will swing and miss. And that is a massive strikeout for Ethan Alberts. It was a drop third, but since first is occupied, it doesn't matter. Or actually, did he get a piece of it? That is what they are appealing. Scoreboard has 2 down. And now I think we're reversing it. I think they're going to say that he got a piece. They did say foul, so that'll reverse it. I mean, based on that, I didn't know if there was enough to say that he definitely made contact. I'm going to watch it back on my end. Let's just see here. He might have. That ricochet did look unnatural. At the same time, if it hit off of the ump or Tro's foot and bounced that way, it would add up. But I did not hear a bat. I did not hear that part of it. Again, the 2-2. This time poked up the middle, but foul off of the plates. And that time it's best case scenario for Bryant Stratton. That would have gotten Troy C out of the inning. Count remains 2-2 after one convincing foul ball and one not so much. Again, the proof is in the foul tip, which we did not hear. Again, the 2-2. Reach puts this one into left field and down. A perfect swing. Sanchez, he will be held up at third. And the bases are loaded for Gavin McLean. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryant Stratton can put the ball anywhere outside of right center field. It is confirmed now. Their first hit of the day not going there. Again, we talk about baseball anomalies. This one is one of the best that we have seen all year. 4 hits in the same spot. This time, a 5th drops in left center field. An excellent relay from Jameer Ross, and I think part of it was the speed of Sanchez that held him up at third. Double play ball is in effect. You have to keep that in mind here. Gavin McLean is 1 for 1. If there was ever a time for Bryant Stratton to show why he is going to Eastern Illinois, it's now. And that pitch will be blocked by Trobenter. And I'm sure if I took a quick survey up here of people and asked, is this what you expected down the stretch from Trobenter, we would hear a lot of no's. Correct? The faith was there. Okay, Joey knows. The faith was there, of course, but wasn't given the opportunity until late. Very good. Bryson Britton giving his words of wisdom behind, but it's true. And for those who have covered him in high school like we have, we knew what kind of talent he was coming in, and to see him get this chance down the stretch is really impressive. And yesterday, he made the most of it. Counts as at 2-1 on Gavin McLean. After him, it goes to Biskup, then Kidder. Now ball 3. The Bobcats 1 ball away from walking in run number 3. They have seen the baseball so well today. McLean fouls it off. Could be playable down the left field line, but in the end, it's not. How you can see on your screen, dying out there, and our camera work today courtesy of Joey Lehner. Doing a great job. Cam might have to be worried. But I always appreciate these guys stepping up when needed to help us out when we are short-staffed, or in this case, it's just me today. Full count, 3-2 on McLean. And he will strike out looking. 2 down. Ethan Elbert, maybe the biggest pitch so far in his Tri-C career. He needed that one to fall in, and it did perfectly. 4 strikeouts, 2 in each inning so far. But the job is far from done. Now it is Tyler Biskup's turn. But watching it back on the replay, perfect spot on Trobenter with the stick, too. Bases loaded, 2 down for Biskup as there is strike 1 on the interior. At the bottom of the inning, bottom 3, Jones, Yanmaz, Bortnick, 7, 8, and 9. This is where Tri-C can bring their authority back. Just looking at this, if Tri-C gets out of the jam and the leadoff man gets on, this place is going to erupt. Especially if it is a walk. that could mean we see a pitching change for Bryant Stratton. I wouldn't put it past them to make that change early. The 1-1 misses inside for ball 2. For those just watching this game expecting a normal game, that is not this. This is going to be a game where every mistake is highlighted. Every mistake is one pitch closer to being pulled. And the reason I say that, your season is on the line. You have 9 innings to prove why you belong at Jackson College next week. You don't have a few more games after this. You don't have another series. You have today. Tomorrow is not promised. It's earned. Albert's 3-1, just missing for ball 4. And that will walk in run number 3. The 2-run advantage is restored for Bryant and Stratton. They needed that one. Getting it in the end, Sanchez's patience does pay off. And they're going to welcome him back to the dugout with a hero's welcome. And now here comes maybe the most difficult man to shut down in this order, Adam Kidder. Just going back on my notes to make sure I have all the facts correct. RBI single, 2-run homer, stolen base walk, 2 RBI double. That's game 1. Game 2, walk, intentional walk, 2 RBI double, line out. So, looking at everything, he has been retired twice in 2 games and has done insurmountable damage. That time, too much underneath it. He has been the heart and soul of Bryant and Stratton's offense. Some might say it's out of nowhere, but I'm sure he thinks this is what he could do all along. 50 RBIs now in the year, 375 average, and has an on-base percentage of .506. Maybe an unsung hero in this deep lineup. But he is quickly down 0-2. Albert, a good job painting the outer edge. On top of that, looking for his 5th strikeout of the day so far. Albert's 0-2, left high. A good pitch call there, and I think we will see the high heat on the 0-2 and even the 1-2 be a lot more competitive that you would see in a normal game. And that'll be the point of difference still. This is not a normal game. The 1-2, again, just a hair high. Count now even 2-2. In the on-deck circle after Kidder, it is Hudson Gherkin. 3-1, Bobcats up 2 in the top of the second. The 2-2 is driven into left field right to Jameer Ross, and he will make the grab to retire the side. In the end, the bases will be left loaded by Bryant and Stratton, as Ethan Albert is able to force his way out of the inning, still allowing 1 run on an RBI walk brought in by Tyler Biskup. To the bottom of the second inning we go. Score 3-1 now. The Bobcats getting 1 run of insurance back on the board. And when we return, bottom 3 due up for Tri-C.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
7, 8, and 9 due up for Tri-C in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 your score as we welcome you inside Ron Mottl Field, home of the Tri-C Triceratops. A win or go home game, an elimination game in game number 3, or overall this season, game 7. When you put it that way, it really just shows how wild it is that we are here at this point. But for right now, for the Tops, it'll be Jones followed by Yanmaz and Bortnick. Balsers 1-0. Jones, a rip but foul down the left field line. He's on it now. My question now is, based on what we've seen so far of the offense, how many pitchers are we going to see in this game combined? There's a number in my mind that my range will be expanded just to make sure the press box doesn't erupt. 5 to 8. I think for my own well-being, I have to put it that way. The 1-1 will miss high. Count now sits at 2-1. A big spot, though, for Jude Balser as the former ace. Trying to bring it back here to show he can still be a top-line starter for this Bobcat team. And that pitch will just miss. Count now 3-1 on Jones. Balser dials back in, but so does Jones down the line, and again, it is just barely foul. Count now full, but 2 excellent swings, both down the left field line. I mean, he is absolutely on it and absolutely clobbering the baseball. He just needs one that he can straighten out and do some good damage with. This Tri-C team in general needs to find those good swings. Hitless so far, but they did score a run. 3 runners all reaching via the walk, and then a fielder's choice from Nat Streeger. And of course, if it wasn't for his speed, then the inning would have been done, as he would have been out at first. Balser's payoff pitch will miss for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard for Tri-C. And that'll set up Zaylen Yanmaz looking for a big swing to kickstart his playoff career at Tri-C. Got the nod in game number 2 after sitting game number 1 behind Brock Miller. And a chance for the Medina native to go in and move along Jacob Jones. Entering play today, a .337 average as he makes his 33rd appearance of the season for the Triceratops. And the first pitch will bounce in, a nice block by Kidder. Looking at the rest of the defense outside of the battery, Sanchez is at first, Reach at second, McLean at short, Gherkin at third. Dean is in left with Stoltz in center, and Tyler Biskup in right, rounding out the defensive set for the Bobcats. Throwback to 1, not in time. Once again, this is going to be a 9-inning game, not a 7-inning game, unless there is a run rule achieved, which would be 10-run lead after 5, or a 7-run, or rather, an 8-run lead after 7. Pitch in the dirt, throw down to second, not in time. And Tri-C has their second stolen base of the afternoon. And we have music on now. Whoops. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. Balsers 2-0. Yanmaz, sharp grounder over towards third. And now a rundown between second and third. A chance to get the lead runner, but nobody is covering second base. But Yanmaz is there too. They will tag both. Are both out? Well, we'll see what the call is. It's a big question mark. They're both there. Only one can occupy the bag. What should the call be? So one is safe, and that is going to be Jacob Jones. Man, he did a nice job dodging back, but Zaylen should not have gone. Okay, on the replay, I do see their appeal. It looked like Jones maybe got tagged before he stepped on, and then from there he got Zaylen before he stepped on too. I think they're both out. I think he got both. You know what? That one's going up in the social medias later as a reel to see what social media thinks the right call should have been. But I genuinely think they got both. They might reverse it still. I do think that was a pretty convincing angle we showed, too. I mean, looking at it again, I want to see this one more time on my end. I mean, right now, based on that, Jones is out. And Zalen wasn't on the bag, and he was touched. They're both out. Jones, at a minimum, is out because he got tagged before he got back. This is a big call because the question is, which ump made the decision? Is it the one who had the best angle? If so, you're not reversing that call. That's a big decision to make. And, of course, if that leads to runs, that's a different spot and a really different point in the game that could make a big impact. Not too much of an argument from Bryant Stratton's side, so maybe they saw it slightly different. And again, I think that replay showed it definitively. Either way, that'll bring up Braden Bortnick. And that'll go down as a weird fielder's choice, which could still technically go down as a ground out. But because he went for the lead runner, that is a fielder's choice. Again, the nuances of baseball. And Balser will finally look back. I do want to make a point of Balser's delivery. He has a tendency to look back heavily. If a runner leans the right way, he can easily force a balk here. Just looking at what we've seen from him, he is very close to giving at least one or two up. The 1-0 now will bounce in and hits Bortnick. So that'll put 2 on now. And bring us back to the top with Jameer Ross. Going back to it, if both were out, it would be a runaround with 2 away. Just shows how big of a spot that was to make the call. And now you have the tying run at first for Jameer. So far today, 0 for 1, they fly out to Jackson Stoltz on the first pitch he saw. Bottom of 2, 1 down. 3-1, Bryant and Stratton on top. And so far, every half inning has had at least 1 run score. Bunch shown, but pulled back. Now the back pick down to 2 is not in time. Good idea. I like the offering, but you don't want to airmail that ball into center field. Again, this is not a normal game. I respect the aggressiveness. If that ball goes wide even once, given the speed of Jacob Jones, he could be at home. And that could be a 1-run game. You have to be careful as a defense. Don't overcommit yourselves. And now Jones will break. It's a double steal. Throw down to third. They got him. It's a laser from Adam Kidder. On second thought, when he is on that much of a hot streak, he can do whatever he wants. And a massive second out. And I'm sure some who believe that initially he was out will now be saying, ball don't lie. Just watching it back on the replay, Kidder put that directly on a line. And a tag from Gherkin was perfect, too. Balser's 0-2. Ross drives it into center field. Stoltz, it gets past him on the dive. 1 run will score, making it a 1-run game. Ross now cruising to third. He has a chance to go all the way. They will send him home. The play at the plate will not happen. It is an inside the park home run for Jameer Ross. And we are tied at 3. My goodness, what a swing from Jameer, and what hustle after the fact. I just want to see him fly around the bases. You just see him on the bottom of your screen, zip by, and then from there, the helmet's gone at short, and there is no contest coming home. And then after the fact, he gets taken down. I mean, absolutely big-bodied by Jacob Jones. He sent him into tomorrow. But now a 3-3 ball game. Now, is that how he thought it was going to happen? Absolutely not. That was impressive. But we're tied. That's all that matters. And again, one of those runs coming around could have been the one that was reversed off the board. But, of course, now he got thrown out. So that was a clean inside the park home run. And the first hit of the game, too, for Tri-C. That's one way to do it. When you have that much speed, though, that is incredible. The 1-1. There's strike two. Going back to it, I get why you dive. You try to make the big play, but it just costs your team an extra run. Let it fall. Bring it in quickly. RBI single. Opposed to an inside the park home run. The 1-2 well wide. Nate Hill so far in game number 3 of the series. 0 for 0 with a walk and stolen base. Balsers 2-2. Hill swings and misses. It is a drop third. The throw to 1 is on the money, and the inning is over. But Jameer Ross changes this game back to a deadlock courtesy of an inside the park home run shot into center field. To the third inning we go. Score tied up 3-3 at Ron Mottl.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Blink and you'll miss Jameer Ross running along the base path. And inside the park home run for the left fielder. A great start to an elimination game for him and for Tri-C, tying it up at 3 courtesy of one big swing. Base running, we talked about it as a key to victory back in game number 1. It's still true here in game number 3. If you run the bases efficiently, you can win any game. You look at the scoreboard right now. 5 hits, 3 runs for Bryant Stratton. 1 hit, 3 runs for Tri-C, and their 1 hit was the inside the park home run. This team understands how to run the bases. It has been a philosophy they have preached, whether it be Stolberg or Kaplik as the head coach, and it has won them so many baseball games. The 3-0 hits the inner edge for strike 1. And I believe beginning his elongated warm-up is David Moore. I think he's been out there for a little bit now doing X, Y, and Z. A, B, and C coming soon. The 3-1 again there, and we are full. Gherkin thought both times it was ball 4. So a chance for Elbert to get his 5th strikeout of the game. His payoff. Sharp chop foul down the left side, and a nice pickup from the bench catcher. The winner of this game will travel to Jackson College next week for another round of regionals. Once again, Elbert's payoff. Again, fouled away by Gherkin. It's Hudson Gherkin, Calvin Dean, Kevin Sanchez, 5, 6, and 7 due up in the 3rd. For the 3rd time now on Elbert's end, the payoff pitch. A sharp grounder over towards short, cleanly picked up, and Bortnick's throw to 1 is on the money, 1 up, 1 down. That was a battle and a half from Ethan Elbert, getting 2 massive strikes, and then in the end, Bortnick able to go in there and nail it down with a strong throw across the diamond. Since he has come back from injury, he has been a big addition to this group. You need your guys healthy when you can, especially in the tournament. You go back to last season, that was a big issue for Tri-C. First pitch will just miss inside for ball one, and I'm sure the man next to me can attest to the impact of losing Cohen Merritt in that series and having Tyson out there, who, to his credit, did play quite well. The 1-0 able to connect. And, of course, it hurts to have Joey Lander up here opposed to out at second base. For our sake, we'll take him up here, but we'd much rather have him out in the field. The 1-1. I guess foul? A weird poke. Just took a weird trajectory off towards the right side. But all the injuries this year, this Tri-C team, they have battled back from them. Here's the 1-2. A strong rip picked up by Jones at third. His throw to one on the money on an excellent stretch from Nate Hill. 2 up, 2 down. 2 great plays from the left side of the infield. And Jacob Jones, he has gotten the time of day down the stretch. Came back into the mix yesterday, and he has taken back over. And you look at this infield today. Outside of Elbert and Hill, it's freshmen all the way around. And that is a great sign of things to come for next season. To have this many guys coming back that are starting in a tournament game. Beyond that, you have a good recruiting class coming in. This Tri-C team is going to go places again in 2027. But they are far from done with 2026. The 1-0 connects on the outer edge. Count now 1-1 on Kevin Sanchez, who walked his first time up. And now he will put this one into center field. Drieger will track it down, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 stand for Tri-C. To the bottom of the third inning we go. Gallagher, Trobenter, Drieger, 3-4-5, due up for the Tops.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
It's Vinny Gallagher leading it off for Tri-C in the bottom of the third inning. Jude Balser trying to find his rhythm. Has only allowed one hit. That's the key. But a couple of free passes that have been detrimental and eventually leading to an inside the park home run for Jameer Ross, which right now is the reason why we are tied up at 3. Of course, this game has so much pressure associated with it going forward. Some guys playing for their careers in general. And that is a great motivator. Balser's 0-1, wave and a miss from Gallagher. And the DH spot today, but depending on what moves we see from Tri-C defensively, could move into the field again. From there, I'd expect to play first base. Balser's 0-2, left side. Despite this being such a big game, they are not afraid of that throwaway pitch, the high heat. Going back to my catching days, one of my favorite pitches to call on the 0-2. It was low risk, high reward. Balser's 1-2, wave and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. And the throw down to 1 will confirm it. Strikeout number 2 today for Bolser, and it's 2 in a row spanning back to last inning. And now here comes A.J. Trobenter. Tro 0 for 0 so far in game number 2 with a walk. Again last night, broken record, but we're going to say it again. 2 home runs, a career night for him. He was absolutely lights out for Tri-C. He was the difference maker, and in the end, he hit the go-ahead home run in the 5th. And from that 8-7 lead, they never looked back, winning 15-7 through 7. Balsers 1-0 will miss. Time locally 2:31, so about an hour into this pivotal win or go home matchup. And as expected, these teams evenly matched. You would expect nothing less from these teams based on what we've seen so far this season. And at long last, Trobenter will finally see a strike. I think that's the first one he has seen today. I believe the other at-bat was a 4-pitch, straightforward walk. Balser back to work with the 2-1 and again misses. This time elevating it. After Tro, it is Nash Dreger. Tri-C looking to get the go-ahead runner on at first. Hard grounder over towards second. A strong pickup, and the throw to 1 is true. 2 up, 2 down to begin the inning. And a rare out against Trobenter. He has been stellar this season when he has played. Again, a .425 average entering play today. He has played as good as it suggests. And now here comes Nash Dreger, one of the 6 Canadians on this roster. A fielder's choice RBI so far today. And that is the only run coming across for Tri-C that was not associated to Jameer Ross's inside the Parker. Balsers 1-0 breaks in. As well, with it being around 2:30, we are now 4 hours away from first pitch between Holy Name and NDCL. Once again, streaming live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel tonight from Ron Mottl Field. The 1-1, Dreger takes high. That'll be an interesting matchup, especially if it is, again, the battle of the aces. Which, based on what we've heard, we would expect it to be, setting them up for another game on Tuesday in conference. The 2-1, Dreger takes strike 2 out wide. And that pitch did not look necessarily great from here. But they will just get the nod. Balser looking for his 1-2-3 inning. Dreger, a shot deep to right field. And it will be tracked down by Biskup. The inning is over. And Albert, along with Balser, trade 1-2-3 defensive innings. The defense finally settling in for both sides. Will that change? We will find out in the 4th inning when we return to Cockler, Stoltz, and Reach due up for Bryant and Stratton.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
A score update coming from Lansing Community College in the 6th inning. It is Henry Ford up 6-5 on the Stars. That is the only other game number 3 going on today in Division II, Region 12. And we are back to the action in the top of the 4th inning. A high skyer into left center field. And it is Dreger coming up with it for out number 1. Another efficient force out on the hands of Albert. You look at Ethan as of late. Forced a lineout from Kidder after an RBI walk. Followed that up with 2 ground outs and a fly out to center field. And then another one. So right now, 5 of his last 5 batters have been retired immediately. And he's in a great spot now to make it 6 for 6. An 0-1 count on Stoltz. A base knock his last time up. A good piece of hitting driven into right center field. As we already talked about today, the lights are on currently. Kind of what you would expect because of the dreary day. The 0-1 Stoltz right up the middle. He is now 2 for 2 this afternoon. A strong piece of hitting by the 9 spot. And that'll bring us back to Nico Reach at the top of the order. Jackson Stoltz is stepping up in such a massive way today. And again, it doesn't matter where the ball is placed. As long as it's a hit, it's a hit. And that is their 6th of the day. And now Nico Reach will try and get his 3rd. At the same time, Tri-C needs to be ready for a ball up the middle. If you can force a double play to get out of this inning, that would be a massive help going forward. Stoltz, he will break. It's a strike. Throw down to second. Wrong side of the bag and into center field. A good attempt from Trobenter, but just went towards short more than seconds. And now the go-ahead run will stand in scoring position for the Bobcats. Reach being 2 for 2. He now has 75 career hits as a Bobcat. He has been dominant this season. And just in general during his Bobcat tenure. Albert, right back to work. Bunt shown and pulled back. I like that aggressiveness. This is a better spot for a bunt, in my opinion. Later on in the game, you're tied. Try and move one of your fastest runners along. And from there, let McLean, Biscup, or Kidder bring him in. Here's the 1-1. Left tie for ball 2. In the on-deck circle, as we mentioned just moments ago, Gavin McLean, 1 for 2. 2 starkly different at-bats. A base knock and a strikeout. So pretty much opposite ends of the same coin. The 2-1 to the backstop. It did not hit him. And that'll give Stoltz 3rd just like that. Without a bunt, he goes coast to coast. Going corner to corner the way he did is impressive. That is why you have to have some speed on the bases. And for Reach, you just put this ball in the outfield on a fly, or if you walk, you set your team up for success. As long as they score, they will take whatever they get. The 3-1 Reach, he will shoot this one into deep left center field, and it is going to get out of here! Nico Reach just gets it over the left center field wall, and the Bobcats are back on top. On second thought, that'll do. What a swing from Nico Reach. 3 for 3. Well, watch it back on the replay. That ball got lost. I mean, that just snuck out of here, too. Very similar to Nash Dreger's home run yesterday. He put the ball in the outfield. I was thinking, okay, that's plenty of depth to bring that ball in, but not in time to get the runner. But, you know, the home run takes away the guesswork. I did not expect that there. But Nico Reach steps up in a big way again. Career hit number 76. The 0-1 misses high. And now Moore, I believe, will finally begin his throwing regimen. Here's the 1-1. There for strike 2. And we can sit here and say what we want about David Moore's warm-up routine. It worked yesterday. And it has worked all season. Alberts 1-2 off the plates. But right now, we are currently in line to have 2 lower seeds advance to Jackson. Bryant Stratton, the 8th seed. The 2-2 in the dirt, and we are full. After McLean, it goes to Biscup, and I believe, at least in my opinion, we are going to see a mound visit if this is a walk. The payoff pitch is high for ball 4. Will we see a mound visit? That's the question. In my opinion, I think you do here. You need to settle him down. He just gave up the home run, even if it is just Tro. Or, in the end, it's going to be Coach Cap. Same idea there. He will go and talk to Ethan Elbert. The question is David Moore ready to go? Or from there, is somebody else more ready than him? It's a big choice here if you pull Alberts, and you will. So Albert's day and time at Ron Mottl Field is done. 3 1/3 innings work for him today, and he will make way for a new arm when we return. The call to the bullpen has been made. It's the Bobcats up by 2 in an elimination game in Division II, Region 12 of the NJCAA tournament.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
I've said it a few times, so I will reiterate it again. This is not a normal game. This is not the normal run of things. But for the second day in a row, David Moore is on the mound for Tri-C. And once again, he is masquerading, it appears, as Travis Dean wearing number 21. And his first pitch will miss wide for ball 1. Pitched the last 3 innings last night. Now putting his ERA at 3.92 on the year with 51 strikeouts and 11 walks. A massive spot for him to shut things down. Throw back to 1, not in time. And we have received some reports. Well, doesn't mean he's coming in, but Max Wager has been throwing just in a hoodie in the bullpen. We expect it. Is it good for baseball? That's a question. But if he comes in and seals the game later, it'll work for them. I just had a weird feeling coming in today that we'd see Max Wager on the mound again. I'd be kind of shocked at this point if we don't. Just based on where the game is at right now. Who knows? The 1-1 will miss for ball 2. And another reason why, if I'm a program trying to attract top-tier pitchers, if I can market a guy who has 100 career strikeouts in 2 years, with most of them coming his second year, I'm going to do that. He's 3 away. And Biscup A shot deep to right. See ya, baseball. It's another 2-run shot for the Bobcats. This time, a no-doubter for Bryant and Stratton. Make it 7-3, and the 8 seed is officially putting Tri-C on upset watch. Short porch or no, that ball was gone no matter where he played. Well, one dugout is absolutely energized at Ron Mottl Field. 2 home runs this inning. Tri-C poked the bear last time. And now Bryant Stratton is doing it here. 2-run shots split up by a walk from McLean. And now here comes Adam Kidder, who also has the possibility of going yard. Outside of game number 1, I believe this is the biggest lead of the series for Bryant Stratton. They didn't lead by this much in game number 2. Moore's 0-1. Takes it. Strike 2, but I thought Kidder was going to unleash. You're up by 4. Take the risk. Swing. He has the power. Moore right back to work for the 0-2, and it is fouled off. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, it's Jackson Bowles, Jacob Jones, and Zaylen Yanmas, 6, 7, and 8, 2 up. And Ryan Torek is officially throwing Jack Kivel's toy across the press box. Knowing him, that one was still in the strike zone somehow. Moore getting back to work here amid the cheers from the dugout of Bryant Stratton. And they will continue to get louder. A near miss, just high. Count now 1-2. For the Bobcats, now you look to the 7th inning. You get 4 more runs. You could get this a run roll. The 1-2 there for strike 3 looking. There is a pivotal second out of the inning. And the first today for David Moore. So now as a pitching staff, 5 today for Tri-C. And that'll bring up Hudson Gherkin. 0 for 2 today with outs being recorded up the middle both times. A pop out to Yanmas and a sharp grounder to Braden Bortnick. And there is strike 1. But for those just tuning in, this game not going the way that many expected, myself included. Bryant Stratton is swinging the bat well. To be fair, though, they have scored 7 runs in both games played in this tournament. Is that a bad sign of things to come? It could be. They won 7-1 in the first game and lost 15-7 in game 2. Moore to get out of the inning. A chopper, but foul. So we will see it again from the former Akron Zip. Again, you go back to the bullpen. You're looking at Mueller and Figueroa. Those two are mainly your last 2 options. And you still have a lot of baseball to play. The 0-2 just misses. On Bryant Stratton's end, you're thinking, okay, if Balser can get me to the 6th inning or the inning after that, you're in a good spot to bring in Flanagan to close. If not him, then, again, we are going to go back to the point that Max Wager is not done. And from what I've heard, he is linked to some big Division I schools. It is all hearsay right now until it's confirmed, but I've heard Iowa and Indiana thrown around for Max Wager. Could be accurate, could not be, but that's what I've heard just in passing. So once he commits, we'll see if that's true. It would explain a lot, though. The 1-2, swing and a miss. The inning is over. Moore gets back-to-back strikeouts to settle things down defensively for the Tops. But right now, as things stand, this one is in favor of Bryant and Stratton. A 2-run shot for Nico Reach. A 2-run no-doubt blast from Tyler Biscup. 7-3, the Bobcats up by 4 in the bottom of the 4th.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Jackson Bulls leads it off in the bottom of the fourth inning. Plenty of work to do. Down by 4, 7-3 against Bryant Stratton. And for Jude Bolser, he has pitched with the lead the entire time with the exception of having the game deadlocked at 3. He has to be in a great spot right now. Again, a one-hitter so far. And his offense has supplied 8 total hits, including 2 home runs. One of the biggest discrepancies that we have seen all season and very reminiscent of game number 1 yesterday. And quickly an 0-2 count. Bolster looking for his 3rd strikeout today. But he won't get it as it will bounce in. After the inside the park home run, strikeout, ground out, flyouts. It has been an incredible recovery from this Bobcat defense. And they look to keep it going. Hard grounder up the middle. McLean will pick it up. His throw to 1 is true. 1 up, 1 down, and a solid pick from Kevin Sanchez. Eastern Illinois is getting a good one in number 1, and that is for sure a guarantee. He is just so smooth the way that he plays over at short, and a great pick too from Sanchez. This team is a well-oiled machine. They make so many great defensive stops. That was the big takeaway from last week. They know how to get it done as a unit. This isn't just one guy taking it over. This is a group of 9 guys on the field at one time playing together in unison, and it has been very good this season. Again, McLean. Again, Sanchez. Again, a good pick. 2 up, 2 down. Kevin Sanchez is working overtime over at first base on some of these, but it's the connection. It's what we see from Vinny Gallagher at first base, too. Making a bad throw just turn into a basic putouts. And now here comes Zalen Yanmaz, who reached on the fielder's choice his last time up. Or rather, no. He reached until he didn't. It was the weird one with him and Jones. Which, again, I still feel like should have been a double play based on when the tags were applied. Going into the 5th inning, it's Dean, Sanchez, and Cockler due up 6, 7, and 8 for Bryant and Stratton. The 0-1, up the middle, a chance to get through, and it will into center field. A 2-out base knock for Zalen Yanmaz. Now 1 for 2 today. And that'll bring us to Braden Bortnick in the 9th spot. This is the danger of Tri-C's lineup. This is not your typical 9-hitter. In fact, earlier on this season, he was the 2-hitter. It is such a balanced lineup. That is my favorite thing about calling Tri-C games. No matter where you are in the order, it could easily be a 1-2-3 to start. Now, of course, you have some speedier guys who fit the bill a little more. Like, for example, this lineup, 1 and 5 are your leadoff guys. And then, of course, you have some big power hitters mixed in everywhere. And beyond that, you also have 7 who brings plenty of speed in Jacob Jones. So no matter where you start, odds are you're going to be in a great spot. And whoa, a close play over at first. Didn't get over there in time on the switch from my end, but that was close. That was a laser. Bolser is feeling his rhythm here. The question is, how aggressive does he get from here on out? And that's a balk. What did I say earlier? The way that he checks runners is going to force a couple of balks. Case in point. It's his head. He sells too much on the motion that he overthinks it when coming sets. And I feel like on half of those that he looked back, they should have been called balks. I will reiterate, though, who knows the true definition of a balk? Nobody, because everybody has a different definition. But that one looked pretty clear. And this time a cleaner step off, but he has to be careful. And when I pitched, well, which was typically in games where you're down by 15 plus, I would just get set and make sure I was set for a few seconds before pitching. I will say, wasn't a great pitcher, but I never committed a balk. And I'm proud of that fact. I'll hang that one on the mantle. Balsers 1-0, a shot from Bortnick into left field, but caught directly to Calvin Dean, and the inning is over. Powerful hitting from Tri-C, but into a bad spot. And the Bobcat defense continues to nail it down at Ron Mottl. To the fifth we go. 6, 7, and 8 do up Dean, Sanchez, and Cockler for the Bobcats.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
To the fifth inning we go in this win or go home matchup at Ron Mottl Field. 7-3 your score. Bryant Stratton on top of Tri-C as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. First pitch of the inning fouled away by Calvin Dean. 6-8 due up here for the Bobcats. A strong fourth inning plating for the best singular inning so far today for either team. David Moore trying to settle back in after allowing a home run last inning. Did quite nicely, at least in the fourth, striking out back-to-back batters to close it out in the top of the frame. Moore 0-2 will skip away from Trobenter. Looking to the bullpen, I believe that Kyle Figueroa at least is now in there. I don't think he's doing anything right now, at least just in the pen. Now he's walking away from it. The 1-2, driven down the left field line, but just foul. As we've talked about, we do believe that Mueller and Figueroa will be the next two arms out of the bullpen. Of course, Moore can go a few more innings, but I don't think he'd throw more than 4, considering the fact he threw last night. And 4 is pushing it. I think if he can get you through the 7th to the 8th, you have 2 guys to close it out, you're in an okay spot. The 1-2, a pop-up sent into left field, and it's going to carry. And it's going to be caught at the wall. Dreger brought it in. First things first, the ball is carrying today. but 2. He somehow brought that in. I thought he got rung up by the wall. He also kept his glove this time. The glove did not go out of here. Wow. That was a home run if you didn't catch it. That was gone. How? That is one heck of a play from Nash Streeter. That is incredible. While the ball is popping today, that is a given. That is incredible. All the credit in the world to Nash Streeter. I'm sure Diddy Farrell watching on at home can attest that he's done something like that with less success this season, but still caught the home run. The 2-0. Inside edge, strike 1. That's a play that can rally the troops. If Tri-C can use that to their advantage, they're in a good spot to get back in. They just need to convert that energy and make it something tangible. The 2-1 carries wide for ball 3. This really feels like Kellogg more than yesterday. I know Cam brought that up a few times with the home runs, but today, just seeing the ball carry, it's like it did during that Kellogg series. I think a routine pop-up that went 250 would have gone 350 on that day. The wind was that brutal, and any pop-up was pretty much out of here. Full count 3-2 on Kevin Sanchez. Moore's payoff pitch is high for ball 4. And that'll give the Bobcats a runner on with 1 down for Drew Cockler to work with. We're debating here. That ball would have been just over. I think if that would be, 380, that was 381. It was so close to being a home run. If not, that was hit to the absolute furthest part possible in that section of the ballpark. None of that takes away any credit from Nash Streeter for making that play. It's hard to get over that one. If Tri-C plays their cards right again and uses that for momentum, they'll find a way back in. This is not their first spot that they've had to come back down like this in a game this year. And they'll have that more again next year, but they know how to battle with it. Cockler puts this one in left field, convincingly in the grass, and it's a 1-out base knock for the Bobcats. Hit number 9 so far today for Bryant and Stratton. And that'll set up Jackson Stoltz, who is 2 for 2 this afternoon. Now, going back to him, we talked about him in a bunting capacity earlier. You're up by 4. You have a chance to move a few runners along for Nico Reach, who hit a home run his last time up. You could bunt here. It is a tough call if you want to bunt or not. At the same time, if he's swinging it well, let him swing. But I wouldn't hate either decision here. And it looks like they will let him swing away as there is ball 1 inside. And I don't know if they called it a ball or a strike. There was no designation. They've semi-called that pitch today. They have semi-called it a strike. And now, in the meantime, Moore will go and talk to Trobenter. But I believe that is going to go down as a ball. And our attempts of trying to figure out the count have fallen on deaf ears. Well, if he strikes out a pitch early, we'll figure it out. What should be a 1-0 count on Stoltz. A popper on the ground into no man's land. Picked up by Bortnick, and his throw to 1 is just in time for out number 2. A productive out, though, for Jackson Stoltz. And that'll bring us back to the top with Nico Reach, 3 for 3 in game number 3. And this is where, for Tri-C, you have to get out of the inning without allowing a run. Nash Streeter already allowed you to make that the point. If not, then you're in a tough spot as there is strike 1. And then from there, any changes going forward could be strictly matchup moves. But again, you still have 4 innings to play after this. That's the only difficulty of making a pitching change. The 0-1 driven foul. And I think for David Moore, you leave him in at least one more inning. It's a tough call, of course. But I think if he feels good enough to go out one more time and struggles, then you pull him. Then you make your move. If not, it gets you one less inning that you have to cover. Moore's 0-2. Reach will take it. Now, at the same time, if Nico goes yard here or brings in both, then maybe you make that change. I think you absolutely do, based on the change time with Alberts. The 1-2 wave and a miss. The inning is over. A great response from David Moore. He will get strikeout number 3 on the day to retire the side. Courtesy of Nash Dreger. No damage done in the top of the 5th inning. An immaculate catch out in left center. To the bottom of the inning we go. Bobcats remain on top by 4.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field, bottom of the 5th inning, 7-3 your score. Bryant Stratton College remains on top after a very productive top of the 4th inning a little while ago. Ross, the first pitch he sees will be fouled back. Once again, rain is expected to be coming very soon. I believe the last time I saw the report, it was 3:45. So right now we are about 35 minutes away from precipitation, at least according to, I believe that's 19 News that I used. The 0-1 misses high. And of course, that'll put game number 2 of today in jeopardy between Holy Name and Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. And no, that game will not be rescheduled for tomorrow as they are currently going to Padua, or hosting Padua rather, and Holy Name plays Kenston tomorrow here at Ron Mottl, which we will also be at. And of course, next week, Holy Name plays Padua here Monday, and then on the road Tuesday. Some big games coming up this week with our Holy Name baseball coverage. The 1-1 wave and a miss from Jameer Ross. A very rare wave and a miss, too, as he has a very good tendency of at least putting something on the ball. Kind of sits at 1-2 on Jameer, and he takes it high. Got now 2-2. The winner of this game will head off to Jackson College next week in Michigan for the next round of the regional tournament, which will include 5 teams. The 2-2, a good take from Jameer. And now we are full 3-2. But this is where it really begins to get interesting for both teams. Can Bryant Stratton continue this lead and keep putting on the pressure? Or will Tri-C find a way back in this game like they did in the 5th last time? Here's the payoff pitch. It is wide for ball 4. So a very dangerous runner will be on for Tri-C to lead it off. And that's what you want to see. If Jameer Ross is on the bases, he is going to be a massive threat. We know his speed. We know what he brings to the table. And now with Nate Hill stepping in, the power element gets added on top. Could be a turning point for Tri-C in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hill, a deep shot into center field, but Stoltz is there to track it down for out number 1. Based on that crack, I thought for a second that ball was going to be shooting a little bit further than that. But now that'll bring us to Vinny Gallagher with 1 away. I think we're at the point of the series where any big swing, we are going to be looking where that ball goes. And at the same time, any routine pop-ups, if they somehow find their way into Narnia beyond the fence, which they have done that a couple of times today already. Throw back to 1. Not in time, and that ball is going to get away from the first baseman, Sanchez. So Ross is off to the races, cruising from first to third, and will hold up there. And you could tell by the fact they threw home, they were expecting more on that play. I said it moments ago, he is such a dangerous runner. And an easier chance now for Vinny Gallagher to bring him in. Time locally 3:12 p.m., so around 20 minutes away from the 2-hour mark of this game. And again, once the rain comes, it'll be harder and harder to play strong defense and good baseball all together. But right now for Tri-C, they just need some base hits. A big reason why they've struggled, being out-hit 9-2 by Bryant Stratton. You go back to game number 1, it was the same thing. Then game number 2, they had 18 hits in 7 innings. They need that offense to return right here. The 1-0 perfectly in there. On Balser's end, there was action in the bullpen early. And now there is really no concern right now that he has to come out of the game unless Tri-C forces him out. So he could easily get into the 7th inning and maybe beyond. The 1-1 will miss. Count now 2-1. And in the meantime, I am going to check. I want to see his pitch count. Of course, that could change things. That was pitch number 72. Was there a warning? Something happened over there. But balls are up to 73 pitches, so realistically, he could get you through the 7th. Swing and a miss on the 2-1. So I think he is appealing something. Was it the runner or the... Something was there. I think it's his motion coming set as he rocks with it. That time he comes set completely, and he will miss. Right now, we cap him at the absolute most 110. At 75 right now. Wouldn't hate that. But again, this team not afraid to let their pitchers do what they can do best. Here's the payoff pitch. Gallagher into center field. It's an RBI base knock for the designated hitter. Exactly what Tri-C needed to start their comeback. Now down by 3. Again, Vinny Gallagher provides a spark for Tri-C. He's done it so well the last 2 seasons. There's a reason why he is one of, if not the most consistent hitter on this roster. He consistently delivers strikes like that. Count now 1-1. The 1-1 is going to miss. Here's a 2-1. There for strike 2. We do apologize for those internet difficulties for a brief moment. Now 2-2 count on Trobenter. And hopefully he should be good to go again. After Trobenter, it'll turn over to Nash Dreger. At a pivotal spot here with 1 down. Balsers 2-2, chopped foul. And it will continue here for A.J. Trobenter. Looking ahead to the bottom, or rather the top of the 6th inning, McLean, Biskup, and Kidder due up. Tri-C down by 3, looking for a spark. Trobenter gets underneath it and launches it into center field, still going back. Stoltz is there to make the grab for out number 2. Another excellent snag by the center fielder who has played quite well today. And that'll bring us to Nash Dreger. But now 2 away, this is an easier spot for the Bryant Stratton defense to make something happen. And I think in their mind, it is simple. Force a ground ball. You have 2 options. Get out of the inning and get the offense rolling again in the 6th. Instead, Dreger, a good swing, but McLean able to pick it up, and his throw to 1 is just in time to retire the side. 1 run still does score courtesy of Vinny Gallagher, but no other damage done by Tri-C. To the 6th inning we go at Ron Mottl Field. 7-4, Bryant Stratton on top. To the 6th inning we go at Ron Mottl Field. 7-4 your score as the Bobcats up by 3 as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. David Moore will remain on the mound as he will face 2, 3, and 4 McLean, Biskup, and Kidder. But I'm sure it's pretty clear that his leash will be very short as Kyle Figueroa appears to be almost ready to go in the bullpen. The 1-0 fouled away. Of course, in an emergency situation, you also do have Vinny Gallagher. He has thrown this season, and when he has thrown, he has been solid. The 1-1 fouled away. Count now 1-2. Moore looking to get out number 1 here. McLean fouls it off. Again, it is starting to get cloudier here at Ron Mottl Field. Expect this for the rest of the game. And for those tuning in for game number 2, I would expect the same exact thing with Holy Name NDCL if we do play it. Here's the 1-2, McLean again foul. And it looks like they have pushed the rain to 4:15. Light rain begins. Light rain ends at 5:15. Light rain begins and ends in then 15 minutes. And then showers begin around 6:45. So we'll see if we do even start game number 2 between Holy Name and NDCL. Who knows? The 1-2 misses wide. I believe last time I said most likely not, and then they did play after all, so I know nothing. I think if the field's playable, they're going to play here, and understand that tomorrow is not a given against Kenston. Moore's 2-2 just off the plate, and we are full. Not a bad spot either. A lot of fringe calls today, as you would expect. We saw it a lot yesterday, and we're seeing it again here. A big payoff pitch for David Moore. He gets the swing and miss. 1 up, 1 down. Plenty of confidence from 2-1 on the mound. It's back-to-back strikeouts going back to last inning. He now has 4 on the day as McLean, Hopefully we switched off in time, as I don't think that was family-friendly what he did. Well, there goes. Well, I do have the suitable rating not for kids, so we're okay. And that's just for ad revenue. But we do have that just in case it was caught, so YouTube, don't sue me. I'm now curious if it did catch it or not. If I switched off his camera in time, no. Isaac will let me know. The 1-0 there for strike 1. I mean, we'll see. Just missed it. We saved the monetization, gentlemen. Let's go. We survive. The 1-1. Biscup again, a good shot into right field, but foul. It wasn't Bryce Fisher. It wasn't Jack Kivo. It was something completely else that could have taken us off the air. I mean, you're on the mic. Was that last week? The 1-2 there for strike 3 looking. Absolutely nasty from David Moore. 3 strikeouts in a row going back to last inning. He now has 5 today. And Tricey's dugout is now talking and making some comments. Well, we expected chippiness today. And here is our daily dose. So 2 up, 2 down, as here comes Adam Kidder. Kidder, a strikeout, a lineout, and a 2 RBI single so far today. Kidder, a rope into right field and down. Hit number 10 this afternoon for the Bobcats, and he will keep it at 1. 2 for 4, not too shabby for number 31. He has been arguably the player of the tournament if that MVP were to be given out for this regional alone. And now here comes Hudson Gherkin, the third baseman. 0 for 3, pop out, ground out, and strikeouts. Trying to change that up here. And again, it'll be a grounder to Bortnick. He flicks to 2 and the inning is over. On paper, slightly different. It'll go down as a fielder's choice, but still, the point is the same. The inning is done. Moore, another good frame, settling it down, giving Figueroa more time to warm up in the bullpen. To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. Balser remains on the rubber for the Bobcats, up 7-4 in a must-win game.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville, and Kohut Insurance for helping to make today's telecast possible, along with Tri-C Athletics. And as always, make sure you stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, and as well our player of the region brought to you by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville. Most likely it'll be two different players. One will be focused on strictly today. The other will be focused on the entire 3-game stretch. First pitch is going to miss wide for Balser. It's Bowles, Jones, and Yanmaz. 6 through 8 due up this inning for the Tops. And for Jude Balser, he is running out of time on the mound as it looks like there is somebody warming up in the bullpen. The 1-0 will miss for ball 2. I believe that was pitch number 85 for Jude Balser. So I would say he has around, at most, 30 pitches left, maybe 40. It just depends on how long he can stretch his appearance. The 2-0, Jackson Bowles, a deep drive to right field, and it is gone! Jackson Bowles, a home run in back-to-back games, and Tri-C is back within 2. That is what Jackson Bowles does in big games, and he does it again here. It is Freebird time again at Ron Mottl Field. He has been on a tear down the stretch this year. This is what made him such a massive player last year. He had 2 home runs entering the playoffs. He has 2 in 2 games. He has doubled his home run tally in the last 24 hours. Incredible. And now here comes Jacob Jones. And there is strike 1 on the inside edge. But this game is far from over. Can't tell who it is in the bullpen for sure, but yep, we're getting confirmation. That's what I thought it was. It's Joey Flanagan. Again, I mentioned it. He's a good pitcher. But here, one mistake, this press box and that dugout is not going to let him live it down. That is the only concern, especially in the playoffs. I mean, last year we had nursery rhymes playing during warm-ups for Mid-Michigan. It's relentless. Go now 2-1 on Jacob Jones. This next pitch will be number 90 for Jude Balser. And he hangs it high, nearly chin music. Yanmaz in the on-deck circle does represent the tying run in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we still have 3 more innings to play after this. Balser's 3-1. Misses in the dirt for ball 4. It is decision time now for Austin C-Max. Do you pull your starter and bring on Flanagan, or do you give him another? And it looks like Jude Balser, he is going to remain on the mound for now. But I wouldn't be surprised if Coach C-Max is ready to make the move. He has to be. In my opinion, if this is anything short of an out, then you have to make the change. You have a runner on and no one out. And you've already given up a home run this inning. Back pick down to first is close but not in time. A good idea, though, from Kidder. And, of course, in the back of your mind, you are going to begin to wonder, what would it take for Max Wager to come back into the game? It's looking likely, which is insane to say. The 1-0, Yanmaz gets way underneath it. It'll die on the infield towards McLean, and he has it for out number 1. And I believe that'll buy him at least another at-bat. So here comes Braden Bortnick, the shortstop. He got hit by a pitch his first time up and then lined out to left field. So far this season, a .361 average, 5 doubles, 2 triples, and a 17 RBI tally. On top of that, 19 stolen bases. Says coming back from injury, Braden Bortnick has been a key piece to this Tri-C team. Throw back to 1, not in time. And you can tell as well with the breeze, it is getting a little chillier outside. The Canadians are built different in the box, apparently. Runner goes on the 1-0. It's a strike. Throw down to 2. Did he come off the bag? That's the big question. They say no. Jones in there with his stolen base. That'll be his second of the day, and both came after a walk. So a better spot now for Tri-C, but one less strike to play with. Jude Balser now on 94 pitches. This will be number 95. The 0-1 skips away. He has a chance, though, on the throwdown, and it's just a hair late. Kidder sprung into action, but Jones is able still to take the bag. That was just a battle between two amazing athletes. He had the jump, but Kidder had the athleticism to get a decent throw down the line. The 1-1, Bortnick, a shot into deep left center field, and it is going to be caught by Dean for out number 2, but Jones will come around to score. So a deep sacrifice fly for Braden Bortnick. The bases will clear, but Tri-C is back within 1, now 7-6. Exactly what they needed to do there. And we go back to the top now with Jameer Ross. We've seen him today. We know what he can do. Bryant Stratton knows what he can do. You just need to find a way to minimize him here. Swing and a miss there from Jameer Ross. Bryant Stratton up 7-6 in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. I'm going to hear this until somebody scores. Well, we need a confirmation, I guess. We got it. Here's the 0-2, left tie. Next inning for Bryant and Stratton, it's Dean, Sanchez, and Cockler. They have not scored since the top of the 4th inning where they scored 4. Tri-C, though, they have scored in the 5th and the 6th. The 1-2 skips in. And for Balser, he now is at 100 pitches. So I would assume most likely his day is done after this inning. You never know. Could be wrong. The 2-2, hard grounder over towards third, and he let it travel too far. It'll be an error on Gherkin. The second error today for Bryant and Stratton. And you put that much speed on the bases, you have to be ready to pay. And now here comes Coach C-Max, and that is going to do it for Jude Balser. 100 pitches thrown today. He is currently in line for the win, but the tying run, not his fault, stands at first base. And well, we expected it. We all knew it was going to happen at some point. But here he is. When we return, it is a homecoming. For the first time since transferring from Tri-C, Joey Flanagan will be on the mound at the Mott against the Tops when we come back here in the bottom of the 6th.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Joey Flanagan getting warm and ready to go for Bryant and Stratton in the bottom of the 6th inning. What a spot for him as he makes his official homecoming to Tri-C. So far this season through 19 2/3 innings of work. 16 runs allowed, 14 of which were earned, 11 walks, 26 punch-outs, a 6.41 ERA, 2-2 record with 2 saves, and he will make his 15th appearance of the year, as well has nearly a 12 K per 9 rate. He has become a big strikeout threat. And he immediately throws back at Jameer Ross. I've said it all day, and I'll say it again. One mistake, and he is not going to live it down from that dugout. Flanagan gets the work and hits the corner for strike one against Nate Hill. Flanagan and Hill did not cross paths at Tri-C, but still played for the same team just a year apart. Again, throw back to one, not in time and a little high. The way I look at this, he is going to try to get through the 7th and 8th after this, and then from there, Wager would come on for the 9th. That's what I would expect. Runner goes 0-1, the pitch is in the dirt. And the tying run is now in scoring position for the Tops. And worst comes to worst, you put on Dylan Lefevre to close out if Wager can't do it. That's what I would expect to see from them. But I don't know if he warms somebody else up here or not. The 1-1, wave and a miss. Looking at the bullpen, I think that is Wager stretching. He is actually probably going to come in at some point. A 1-2 count on Nate Hill. Flanagan just misses. He thought that was it. He was walking off the mound and ready to take it to the 7th. But he will have to wait at least one more pitch. What a spot right here for Joey Flanagan. The 2-2. Again, same spot, it misses, and we are full. After Hill, it turns to Vinny Gallagher. Joe Flanagan looking for strikeout number 27 this season. His payoff pitch. Hill puts this one into right field and down. Ross will come around from second and score, and we are tied at 7. The Tops are right back in it. A 3 spot for the Triceratops, and this game has flipped on its head. What a drive from Nate Hill. And now it looks like we will have a pinch hit as it is Cohen Merritt coming in. That one has to feel good for him. And for Jameer, just speeding on through. He was energized as he should be. And Balser no longer in line for the win. Merritt waves and misses at that one, just pulls off of it. After Merritt, it will turn to A.J. Trobenter. Tro looking for redemption after a couple of rough at-bats, but some good contact today. 0-1, put over towards short. McLean gets it cleanly, but the high throw puts it into right field. Hill will cruise from first, second, now to third. They will hold him up at third. Put 2 runners in scoring position on the E6, and here comes the Tro Show. The wheels are falling off for Bryant and Stratton in the 6th. If there was ever a time that Tro would be clutch again after yesterday, as greedy as it sounds, it is right here. A base hit gives Tri-C the lead, and it will be the same exact scoreline too, 8-7. A massive spot for both young men. Flanagan wins the first rendition with strike 1. But what a win-or-go-home game this has been so far. 7-7. Wave and a miss on the 0-1, chasing it well outside. Count now 0-2 on Trobenter. Again, Dean, Sanchez, Cockler, 6 through 8, due up next inning for the Bobcats. Flanagan's 0-2. Trobenter into left field. It's down. Hill will score. Merritt is held up. It's an RBI single for the Tro Show. 8-7. Tri-C back on top. He does it again. You cannot contain A.J. Trobenter. And upon his return to Tri-C, Flanagan is met with a brigade of swings. Their first lead today. And with runners still at the corners for Dreger. There is strike one. But what a tournament A.J. Trobenter has had. Lake Catholic might beg to differ, but this might be the best baseball he's played in his career. Difficult to say for sure, but it's hard to beat 2 home runs. And right now, as things stand, 2 go-ahead RBIs in must-win games. Flanagan's 1-1 is in the dirt. This definitely changes the dynamic. Now for David Moore, if he can go out and give you another inning, do you let him? Or is it Figuere's turn? Or at this point, what do you do? Just depends on who you want to see out there and what matchups you like. But Dreger is the 9th hitter of the inning. Already a 4-spot this frame. The 2-1, Dreger picks up over at third. The throw to 1 is low, but in time, and the inning is over. Gherkin just saved a run for Bryant and Stratton. But A.J. Trobenter right now is the point of difference. Another massive RBI for the former Division IV Player of the Year. To the 7th inning we go. It's the Tops up by 1, 8-7 at the Motts.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
A new game at Ron Mottl Field, 8-7 your score in the top of the 7th inning. A.J. Trobenter, as things stand, is the point of difference for back-to-back games. Again, I'll say it, I'm sorry, Lake Catholic fans, not to steal your thunder here. Of course, you won states last year. This is his best 2 games in a row. And I don't know if it's even in question anymore. Dean, sharp grounder to Bortnick at short. 1 up, 1 down. And for Tri-C, you're at the point in the game where you can start thinking, okay, we're 8 outs away. You don't want to live and die by it, but in the back of your mind, it's a comforting notion that you are getting closer and closer to your end goal. Or, of course, the offense comes out here and plays 7 and we're done. Always a possibility with this Tri-C team. One of the best offenses in JUCO. And they have shown it time and time again this season. Moore, he will appeal. Not quite. I think after the one appeal from Trebenter, he has just been given free reign to appeal whatever. I forget what game it was. Was it last week against Stratton, I think it was? It was one that was not close. He appealed and got it. He's been given free reign since, and for good reason. But for Tri-C, they are looking to make it to back-to-back Super Regionals in Michigan after hosting for the first time last year. Of course, the key question heading into the season was, would Nick Kaplan keep what Kyle Stahlberg started going? And the answer is yes. Is he actually? It's confirmed. Max Wager is warming up in the bullpen. We knew he would warm up. Again, we expected this, but it just seems so outlandish that it's actually happening. He's going to come in, isn't he? The 2-1. Wide for ball 3. I don't think that'll be the next pitching change, though. As of right now, I think Figueroa is set to come in if this is ball 4. I mean, that's a big question if you bring him on. The 3-1, swing and a miss, we are full. Good point on the other end, though. They're down. Do you even bring them on because you're losing? This is such a tough call. I do not envy either coach in this spot as time is called. This is why coaching is so difficult. Do you go and listen and say, hey, he's ready to go. Do we trust it? Or at the same time, do you go out there and put your foot down and say, you know what, you've done enough. We're going to take it from here. But that right now is a question for the bottom of the inning. Full count 3-2 on Kevin Sanchez. Moore's payoff pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. It is a 1-out walk for Sanchez, his 3rd walk of the game, and it is back-to-back. Now the question is, do you make the call here to the bullpen? Most likely right now it would be Kyle Figueroa. But it looks like right now they will not as Cockler steps in. As I mentioned, if David Moore could get you through the 7th inning, that would be incredible. Takes so much pressure off of your pitching staff. Sharp ground to Bortnick. Flips to second. To first. The inning is over. A 6-4-3 double play. Bortnick, Yanmaz, Hill, sayonara. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Getting him back from injury was such a massive get for this Tri-C team, and he does it again. One of the flashiest shortstops in the game today, and that's why. Now in the replay, the relay to first looks a little questionable. Either way, they got him, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Tri-C up by 1, looking for more.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, the last time we saw Jackson Bowles was leading off last inning. He will do it again here. And his leadoff hit was one of the best of the day. His 2nd home run of the playoffs, doubling his season tally of 2 entering this portion of the year, now up to 4. And he looks to do it again here against his former teammates. Looking at the list of batters faced, did Flanagan face Merritt? So this, I believe, is the 2nd true teammate faced from last year by Flanagan. The others were not. And so far in those battles against former teammates, he is really undecided because it was an error that reached Merritt. The 1-0 misses wide for ball 2. I believe we did hear that Tilsey could also be warming up too. No, that appears to be Camden Scott warming up, number 12. Count out 2 and 1. So Scott could be coming in and be yet another midview arm to pitch today. If he were to come in, he would be the 3rd midview pitcher. That's a weird stat. Albert and Moore the first 2. And that's right, Mueller is a midview pitcher. So we can see 4 in one game. That would be interesting. The 3-1 bounces in for ball 4. The leadoff man, Jackson Bowles, is on. And you can just tell Tri-C has figured it out as a team. They've been waiting for this. They have been waiting for their opportunity to go out and say, you know what? This is our game, and we are not going to let it slip away. And this is them doing just that. And now here comes Jacob Jones. A pair of walks and a ground out for him today. And once again, make sure you stick with us later today at 6:30 for the other end of our doubleheader. Jones, a perfect bunt down the third base side. Gherkin's throw is wide to Sanchez. Bowles will cruise from first all the way to home, and he will score. Now Jones, he cruises to third and will be held there. Make it 9-7 Tri-C. The 4th error of the game for the Bobcats. And that'll be the 2nd under Flanagan's watch. Bring up Zaylen Yanmaz, but Gherkin charged it too hard, and Sanchez's pick wasn't there. Once again, this is where the game completely flips in Tri-C's favor, but now Sanchez, he appears to be shaken up after that play. But this is a massive point for Tri-C. None down. You score 6 more runs, as crazy as it sounds, you're done. Just score 6 runs, and you don't need to play on. And I'm sure they would appreciate that. Their pitchers would too. If this is somehow a scenario that David Moore came on and closed the game out for as long as he did, that would be incredible, considering the situation that he inherited. And beyond that, the fact that he allowed a home run pretty much immediately after coming in. And it looks like, unfortunately, that is going to do it for Sanchez. The redshirt freshman is going to be done. And they are making the change here. That'll be number 18 coming on. That is Braden Taylor, the freshman out of Springfield High School. But that is just heartbreaking right there. Taylor entering play today, a .333 average, 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a .409 on-base percentage. Infield completely in here on Zaylen Yanmaz. And he will see ball 1 well wide. Once again, make sure you stick with us after this game goes final. And after our final commercial break, as we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit, or rather, the Healthy Street Chiropractic Center. CrossFit Strongsville is game number 2 today. And there is a swing and a miss from Zaylen Yanmaz. And as well, we will announce our player of the tournament / region 2. People in the box have an idea who it is, and they're not wrong. The 1-1, Yanmaz pulls off and misses. Count now 1-2. After Yanmaz, it'll go to Bortnick, then Top. Flanagan's 1-2. Yanmaz underneath it will sky it off towards left field. And it is going to be caught by McLean. An off-balance play, but still a great catch for out number 1. I don't know how serious Jones was, but he did come off the bag at least to try and draw a throw. It's good gamesmanship. We've seen the mistakes made today from its Bryant Stratton defense. They have 4 errors. However, they're being outscored by 2 with a team that has 4 less hits. I mean, watching it back, that was far from an easy play for McLean. And still the infield remains in. Already one run coming across this inning for Tri-C. And they look to be the first defined home team to win a game in this region. The 1-0, Bortnick, a deep drive to left field, and it is gone! Braden Bortnick's first career collegiate home run, and it puts Tri-C up by 4. 11-7 now your score. What a drive for the former Mentor Cardinal. Just like Schrobenter, his first career collegiate home run comes in the tournament. Both guys who have done it played their high school ball in Mentor, Ohio. One for the city, one for Lake Catholic, and Joey Flanagan is done. A parting gift from Braden Bortnick. And when we return, the call to the bullpen will be made by Bryant Stratton. The Tops, they have taken over. Game 3, elimination, backs against the wall. They find a way. They always have this season, and they continue to do just that.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Alex Moran is ready to go for Bryant Stratton in the bottom of the 7th inning. One down after Braden Bortnick did his thing. His first career collegiate home run, and it comes in the JUCO tournaments. But Moran, the freshman, he makes his 7th appearance of the season, trying to settle it down defensively for the Bobcats. And his first pitch will miss in the dirt for ball 1. But Tri-C, they faced one of their own old players in Joey Flanagan and took care of business. And that is a matchup they have been waiting for at home. The 1-0 Ross, he will take and did not appeal. Morant's over this year, 10 2/3 innings of work, 28 runs, 21 of which were earned, 15 walks, 17 punch-outs, a 17.72 ERA, 0-3 record as he makes his 7th appearance of the year. And quickly a 3-0 count on Jameer Ross. Time locally 4:01 p.m., so 2.5 hours in to this game. And we are very, very nearly going to reach hour 3. Here's the 3-0. Ross will take it inside for ball 4. And for Tri-C, they just want to get out of here right now. 2 outs to play with. They need 4 runs to make sure this game does not even see the 8th. They did it last night. 7 runs so far in the last inning and a third, just to put that out there too. They have been dominating Bryant Stratton. And the first pitch misses high. There it is again. The Seminole chant is being brought out by the dugouts. For the last time at home this season. But to play against that, it is imposing. Ross goes. The 1-0 is a strike. Throw down to second. He is in there. Jameer Ross, a smooth operator on the bases. He has been a big hustler today. Of course, an inside the park home run. One of his biggest plays in a Tri-C uniform. And it clearly has shown up here. The 1-1 will miss high. And I think now we're at the point where Wager coming on is out of the question. I don't think you can. I don't see a world that you do. The 2-1 off the plate for ball 3. After Nate Hill, it goes to Cohen Merritt's. And they just continue it. Swing and a miss from Hill, and we are full. But right now, absolute silence from Bryant Stratton's dugouts. The energy balance was different yesterday. Today, it's all in favor of the Tops. Full count, 3-2. Moran's payoff will hit him. An awkward fall, though, for Nate Hill, and he will take his base. Partially shaken, partially fired up. And now that'll bring up Cohen Merritt. Time called here by Coach C-Max. Could this be another new pitcher? If so, this will be the third of the inning. And we will see a third pitcher this inning. Playoffs or no, it doesn't matter. This group is always energized. It'll be Camden Scott on the mound when we return. Another mid-view man coming on, but for now, we'll leave you with the chop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
The Seminole chop is done for now. It's Fetty's turn, and it is Cohen Merritt's turn. 11-7, and there it is again. 2 on, 1 down for the new DH. And it's Camden Scott on the rubber. He will throw back, and that ball is in center field. Ross will take off for third and stop there. Put 2 runners in scoring position. And it just continues to snowball in favor of Tri-C. Entering play today, Scott, 19 1/3 innings work, 29 runs allowed, 20 of which were earned, 17 walks, 13 Ks, a 9.31 ERA. And right now is having a tough time settling in. His first pitch fouled away by Cohen Merritt. He is on it now. But this Tri-C team, they have battled back in, and they just continue and continue to back each other. The 0-1, Merritt takes it up and in. Once again, stick with us after our final commercial break as we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, along with our Healthiest You Chiropractic Center at CrossFit Strongsville player of the region. The 1-1 misses in. They pointed it out. Trobenter is in the on-deck circle. He wants a walk-off grand slam, as they just said. He wants it. Tri-C wants it too. The 2-1. Wide for ball 3. I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Just the last couple of weeks for him. And Ethan Elbert will go and give him some words of superlative before his at-bats, but he has been on a tear since mid-April. Merritt, sharp grounder. They will throw home, and the play is in time for out number 2. And now they throw back down to second, not in time. It'll be a fielder's choice, and I don't think Nate Hill liked the idea of throwing back at him. But they do erase the lead runner, but here comes A.J. Trobenter. The Tro Show, as we've called him lately, he's the reason why Tri-C had the lead in the first place, 8-7. He was the go-ahead RBI. And it looks like Nolan Ignacio will come on to run for Tri-C. But for Tro, he has been on a tear. And again, I'm sorry, Lake Catholic fans. This is the best he's played all year. And maybe in his career. But it's very accurate. First pitch, he will take strike 1. You look at the second half of the season, Bornick's defense and now his bat, Jameer altogether, and now A.J. Trobenter. Those 3 have changed this team dramatically. Scott takes his time before the 0-1 as he will miss wide. And for those keeping track at home, Tri-C is still being out-hit 10-7. There's your scoreboard. 7 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors. The errors, of course, the biggest thing to note. The 1-1, Trobenter over the second baseman and into right field. Hill will come around and score from second. Ignacio holds up at third. And it is another RBI base knock for A.J. Trobenter. Have yourself a weekend, A.J. He just continues to knock around the baseball like it's nobody's business. He is going to be a stud from here on out. And if everything goes right next year, he might be the heart and soul of this offense. He'll be another variation of Nate Hill. This ball put into left center field, down in the gap. Ignacio scores. Trobenter, he will stop at third. It's an RBI double for Nash Dreger. Now 13-7. And Jackson Bulls now a chance to walk it off. He brings in 2. We're done. You go back to last year. He was the man of the hour for Tri-C. He put them on the map. I mean, heck, he got drafted last year. Bet on himself, going to Ashland next year. What could be his final home at bat as a top? Can he close out in style? First pitch he sees is low. And for Tri-C, they want to, for the second straight year, make it to the Super Regional at Jackson. And they are so close. The 1-0, Bulls take strike 1 on the outer portion. And once again, for those just tuning in, we will have another game after this, holy name NDCL, live from Ron Mottl Field at around 6:30 p.m. Here's the 1-1. Bulls got a piece of it, but pokes it foul. And it is now raining at Ron Mottl Field as expected. I believe that is Papa Bulls out in right field with his umbrella. That's dedication out there. Love it. Got to see him at the Marlington-Carrollton game a few weeks back. The 1-2 bounces in. We're in the middle of our broadcast. We're talking about, I believe, Brock Woods, who I believe his cousin is Jackson Bulls. And then his dad just walks up out of nowhere and says hello. It was random, but we liked it. Here's the 2-2. Bulls, a grounder over towards short. McLean throws to one, and the inning will end there. So Bryant Stratton will live to fight another inning, but the damage has been more than done by Tri-C. You thought the 4th spot was impressive in the 6th. Try of 5 spots in the 7th. To the 8th we go, 13-7. Tri-C on top, and it is Figgy time at Ron Mottl.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Kyle Figueroa is warmed up and ready to go for Tri-C in the top of the 8th inning. So far this year, 15 2/3 innings of work, 5 earned runs allowed, 7 walks, 18 punch-outs, and a 2.87 ERA as he steps on the rubber for the 10th time this season. And he will go up against Stoltz, Reach, and McLean, 9-1-2 for Bryant and Stratton. Stoltz right up the middle into center field, and the first pitch he sees will fall for base knock number 3 today. Jackson Stoltz has been the most consistent hitter outside of Nico Reach for the Bobcats in this do-or-die game. And they need a lot more from where that came from. And it starts at the top of the order. This is what they have. You have some powerful hitters coming up. You have a mountain to climb. You take care of business, you get a couple back on the board, you have a chance going forward. You just need to actually get there, and that is, of course, easier said than done against this Tri-C defense. And as things stand, Bryant Stratton is running the risk of, for the 3rd straight game, only scoring 7 on the dot. And in the latter 2 games, that would be a negative for them. The 1-0 Reach, a shot deep to left field, and forget about that. It is his 2nd home run of the day. Make it 13-9. Hold on a minute. The Bobcats are starting to fire up the offensive engines again. Nico Reach is now 4 for 5 with 2 two-run homers and 2 base knocks on top of it. He has been swinging the bat quite well today. And now the bases will be cleared for Gavin McLean. And there's the Heroes' welcome, now only down by 4. This is where Bryant Stratton looks to tell Tri-C, you should have ended it when you could. And there is ball 1-2 McLean. And I believe now in the pen that is going to be Mueller. And I would expect a short leash here on Kyle Figueroa. The 1-0 misses off the plate. Still plenty of time for some late game drama. Time locally 4:16 p.m., so about 2 hours and 45 minutes in. The 2-0 is there for strike 1. But a high-scoring affair in this winner-take-all game, 13-9. And the runs have been really poured on lately. McLean waves and misses at the 2-1. And in the next couple of minutes, I wouldn't be shocked to see some of the Holy Name players start to show up to get ready for their game against NDCL. A massive conference game as they currently sit second in the North Coast. The 2-2 swing and a miss for out number 1. Figure 8 figures it out in the end, and they'll send McLean back to the dugouts. This time a lot friendlier than the first. With 1 down now, that'll bring up Tyler Biskup. So far, a home run, a RBI walk, and a pair of strikeouts. And now you can start to see it on your screen, the rain coming down a little steadier. Biskup going for a second home run today, and he is going to barely miss it. Or is it? It's a ground rule double. It hopped over the fence. So yes and no. We're going to watch it back on the replay to see what exactly happened. Ground rule double is the call, and did it actually hit off his glove and go out? We'll see it on the replay. Oh, no, it did. That's off his glove and out. Did it hit the fence, though? Is that a Canseco home run? Is that a Canseco home run? It is. I mean, that is incredible. You go back to Jose Canseco back in the day, it's the same thing that he did. Did it, though?
Good camera work.
It did. It hit off the fence, and he alley-ooped it over. That is incredible. I mean, now here comes the question. Did Biskup get his second of the day? Oh, my goodness. I wish we had access and the legal use of Jose Canseco's poked over home run because it's the same thing. The difference is it didn't hit off the fence first. Ground rule double it is. Nash Dreger got away with one. In game number 2 of the series, his glove went over the fence. This time he throws the ball. I mean, he ran into the fence earlier and saved a home run, so he's earned that one. That one's allowed. It's just built into the contract at this point. That is incredible. How many weird and nuanced things have we seen today? Too many to keep track of at this point. Nash might actually go over the fence next. He might actually make his way over there. Oh, my. Again, though, if he threw it over, basically, how is it not a home run? I don't know. It didn't bounce over the fence. That's the thing. It never hit the ground.
Because, like, I'll be honest, what I saw the ball hit the wall and then Nash kick it over. That's what I thought happened.
If Nash kicked that ball over, he might have to go and play your hacky sack game before the next contest. He might win that tournament easily if he did that. I'm just so confused. I think people are starting to grow tired of the indecision. And it will remain a ground rule double. So they had a ground rule double assisted by 8 on the stat sheet. That is the most obscure thing that we have seen today. And we've seen some really interesting things, including that double play that was not called one at seconds. Again, I think Nash Streeter might actually jump over the fence next. He might. Wouldn't be shocked. But here comes Adam Kidder. And there is ball 1. Of course, another strong hitter. Did ChatGPT call it a homer? You know what? ABS it. Let's see what happens. The 1-0. Kidder was on it but fouls it off. Had that big home run back in game number 1, but today a 2 RBI single back in the first inning, back when we actually had the sun, and back before it was getting rainy, and it still continues to rain. The 1-1 off the plates. But this has been such a weird game altogether. And now we go to the question of when do you make that change and bring on Mueller? Could be soon. The 2-1, Kidder, a shot deep to left field, but it is going to be caught by Jameer Ross. A big second out recorded by this Tri-C defense. Kidder just didn't have enough behind it. And that'll bring it to Hudson Gherkin. We can have a lot of debate about what happened, though, with Biskup's hit. But initially, I thought it just kicked off the fence and just stayed in play, which it easily could have, or it could have been caught. But a runner at second, 2 down to the top of the 8th inning. Gherkin just past figure 8, picked up by Yanmaz, and the inning is over. A good put out there for the defense to get out of the jam, only allowing the 2 runs on the home run from Nico Reach. However, this one still obscure given the question around that ground rule double, if it should have been a home run or not. To the bottom of the inning we go. Jones, Yanmaz, Bortnick, 7, 8, and 9 due up for Tri-C.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Good vibes only right now in the Tri-C dugout, up by 4 and on their way to back-to-back trips to Jackson for the Super Regional Tournament as a part of the NJCAA Division II Region 12 playoffs. But still some work to do and some runs to make up for after allowing a 2-run blast to Nico Reach in the top of the 8th inning. As for Bryant Stratton, Camden Scott will try and nail it down this inning to try and give his offense one final chance to tie it up in the 9th. First pitch there to Jones, a strike. It's Jones, Yanmaz, Bortnick, 7 through 9 this inning. And the count now runs even. The on-deck circle, Zalen Yanmaz had the final put out of the top of the inning. Scott's 1-1, misses up and in. On Tri-C's end, if they played 4 here, the game would be done. And again, they were within one swing of it last time out around, as Bowles was a base knock away from getting it done. And with that base knock, it would have brought in 2 pretty easily. But I don't think right now, just based on where we stand, they would mind playing all the way until the 9th. I believe that's Nolan Ignacio rallying the troops. Here's the 2-2. Jones, a grounder over towards second, and there is out number 1. An easy put out there for Nico Reach to set up Zaylen Yanmaz with 1 away. So far today for Zaylen Yanmaz, a base knock, a fielder's choice, and back-to-back pop-outs to McLean at short. But has been a solid defensive glove for Tri-C coming back into the mix, replacing Brock Miller, who still could easily come in and pinch hit depending on the scenario. And he will see ball 1 go to the backstop. Of course, it's tough for Tri-C today. They had to get creative with their lineup as they do not have a really big piece of this team in Diddy Farrell. Out due to illness this afternoon. The 1-0 misses in the dirt. Time now 4:28, so we are really nearing the 3-hour mark. A 1:30 p.m. start time here. The initial start time scheduled for 1, but opted to play a little bit later, given how late last night went. The 2-0 Yanmaz underneath it, slices it into the sky, and it'll be caught for out number 2. A nice catch, though, from Tolo. And now here comes Braden Bortnick, who homered his last time up. His first career collegiate homer, a 2-run shot. And he wants to try and do something very similar here. And now, it's an appeal here to see if it's out of play or not, which could send him right back into the game. I mean, I get the argument. We'll see if it does go anywhere or not. I'm going to assume it doesn't. And he's out. They do appeal, and as expected, the call is confirmed. I don't blame them checking, though. Considering what we saw in the top of the inning, this Bryant Stratton offense is still very dangerous and can easily go out here and play a few runs in the top of the inning. Brady Bortnick, though, looking for some extra support to round out the 8th. And this might be it. A good drive into center field and down in front of Jackson Stoltz. It'll be his second base hit of the day, going back to last inning with the home run. And he now stands at first for Jameer Ross. Once again, with that speed, we know what kind of player Jameer Ross is and what he brings to the table for this Tri-C team. And what he has is coming back from injury. After Jameer Ross, they would turn to Nate Hill. First pitch to Ross will bounce off of him via Kidder's glove. Little awkward ricochet behind the plate right off of Jameer. But again, not the weirdest thing that has happened today. Scott's 1-0. Ross again, high and in. A little chin music that time. And there is Nate Hill down the line. Rather, that's Bortnick there and Hill in the on-deck circle getting ready to go. The 2-0 is high, and we are very nearly ready to see Nate Hill come in. Of course, a big home run hitter for this Tri-C team, as they do not want this one to go into the 9th if at all possible. Then after him, another chance for Cohen Merritt. The 3-0 is in the dirt for ball 4. So that'll put 2 on for Tri-C and set up the aforementioned Nate Hill. This is Tri-C's 6th go-around for the order. And now time is called. We could see another change here for the Bobcats. Would it be surprising? Maybe. But we are going to see it when we return. One final call to the bullpen for Bryant Stratton. This will be pitcher number 5 of the game for the Bobcats.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Lucas Bailey warmed up and ready to go for Bryant Stratton in the bottom of the 8th inning to face Nate Hill. And Nate Hill will drive it into center field and down. Bornick will take the turn and go home, easily scoring. It's an RBI single for Nate Hill. His second RBI base knock of the day. And here comes Brock Miller for the first time in the playoffs on day 2. Played in game 1 yesterday, got the rest in game number 2. And now will come in here as the third DH, replacing Gallagher initially and then Cohen Merritt's. Brock Miller, he has walked off games in the past, keeping in mind the fact that they would be run rule wins. This is nothing out of the ordinary for him if he gets it done. Looking at this season so far for Miller, yet to hit a home run. But 2 guys have already done that today who hadn't all season, or rather this series. So a chance for Brock Miller as he takes strike 1. 14-9, and Tri-C is still being out-hit 13-11. The big difference, though, 5 errors on Bryant Stratton. The 0-1 backs him out, and there is the fake throw down. And Hill, not really the most graceful slide down at second base, but he gets the job done. Count now even on Miller. After Miller, it'll turn over to A.J. Trobenter. The 1-1, Miller thought about it, but takes ball 2. Next inning for Bryant and Stratton, if we get there, it is Calvin Dean, Kevin Sanchez, and Drew Cockler. 6, 7, and 8 are due up for the Bobcats. The 2-1, Miller again into center field, and again it's down. Ross will score. Hill will come around and score 2. A 2 RBI base knock for Brock Miller makes it 16-9. And the Tops just continue to rake down the stretch. Coming into the game and made the most of his opportunity there. No surprise, that is just what he does. You give him a prime spot to do some damage. He does exactly that. A good relay, though, from Stoltz. In the end, not strong enough. And now the winning run for Tri-C via the run rule stands at first base. 270 feet away from making it back to the next round. Swing and a miss there from Trobenter. Now 1-1 the counts. He is thinking home run for sure. And he knows he has the power to do it as well. The 1-1 misses well off the plates. One final reminder this inning. Up next at around 6:30 p.m. It is Holy Name versus NDCL Baseball. Once again live here from Ron Mottl Field. The 2-1 Trobenter deep to right field. And we will see Tri-C next week in Jackson. It's a walk-off 2-run shot for A.J. Trobenter. And Freebird will ring out deep into the night in Parma, Ohio. 18-9, your final. It was always the Tro Show for Tri-C. No home runs entering the tournament collegiately. He has 3 in 2 games.
Let's fucking go, boys!
18-9 your final. And that is a team who is moving on to the next round. Michigan, here we come.
Go!
Was it ever a doubt for A.J. Trobenter? It never was a doubt for Trobenter. Not in our mind. And the big embrace there at home plate. 2 big competitors. But only one can represent the OCCAC. And that will be the Tri-C Triceratops. Your final in 8, 18-9. It is a big win for the Tops. 31-16-1 their record. And they will take that on the road next week. That is how you end off your final home game of the season. When we return, we will announce our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. And with it, we will announce it's the same player, the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center and CrossFit Strongsville joint player of the region as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
There they are, your victorious Tri-C Triceratops. 18-9, your final score in game number 3 in 8 innings. You're the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center player of the game for game 3. And on top of it, your player of the overall region, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville. It is the Tro Show. A.J. Trobenter. What a tournament weekend for him. You go back to game number 1, had 3 walks. That's not what we're looking at. Game 2, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, and a single. All in the bunt single, so 4 for 5. Game 3. 2-run shot to walk it off, and back-to-back RBI singles. 4 RBIs today, 5 yesterday, 9 RBIs in 2 games for A.J. Trobenter. If you didn't know he was dangerous yet, you for sure know he is dangerous now. Tri-C, they have found their Nate Hill replacement, and they, if he can hit like this for an entire season, may have found their next All-American. A.J. Trobenter, the man of the hour, here at Ron Mottl Field in Parma. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe while there is no added cost. It greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. 2 games within 24 hours coming up for Holy Name Baseball. Join us at 6:30 p.m. tonight. Holy Name versus NDCL. And then tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m., a high noon first pitch at Ron Mottl Field. It is Holy Name versus Kenston baseball. And then you know what? We're going to ride the green wave into next week. 2 more games back-to-back. On Monday, we're back here at Tri-C. Holy Name versus Padua baseball at 5. And then the reciprocal on Tuesday at Padua Franciscan High School. Some big games coming up all together over the next couple of weeks as we round out our coverage of collegiate and high school sports. Today, though, takes care of the first end of that. This will be our final college baseball broadcast of the 2025-26 school year. Again, my sincere gratitude goes out to Anthony Franklin, the athletic director at Tri-C, for allowing us to come in and game out to cover this team, along with Griffin Ola, the SID at Tri-C. On top of that, this coaching staff led by Nick Kaplik getting his first series win as a head coach. I'm really appreciative that he kept us on as he became the head skipper, replacing Coach Stolberg after last year. Year number 2, covering Tri-C, went very well for us. It was a joy to cover this team, and it'll be sad to see some of these guys go. A lot of these guys we have covered since day number 1, and again, we listed them out last night, but Cohen Merritt, Joey Lehner, Diddy Farrell, Jameer Ross, Vinny Gallagher, Adam Rich, Brock Miller, Spencer Mueller, Nate Hill, Bryson Britton, Ethan Albert, Dylan Allman, Keegan Gilbride, David Moore, Jackson Bowles, Caleb Obie, Noah Phillips, Ethan Green, Mason Wolf, Kevin Baker, Ryan Torok, and Cale Poland. On top of that, Kyle Figure. A lot of talented players. So many talented players in that group. It'll be sad to see them go. It'll be sad not to be covering them again next year, but they are all off to bigger and better things, so best of luck to those young men and whatever their next endeavor is, whether it be in baseball or outside of the sport. Been a pleasure. But year number 3, it'll start this fall, if not this fall, next spring. And when it does, we will be here again. Year 3 of Tri-C Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And year number 3 is going to be our best year yet of coverage here at Tri-C. Who knows, it could expand to more sports before we even get to baseball. But it's always an honor and a privilege to be here at Ron Mottl Field, or whether it be another campus or site that is involved with Tri-C to cover the Tops. Been an honor this year, and again, we are looking forward to next year. Before we sign off the air, one final time for Tri-C this season. Information is on your screen as to how you can advertise with us as we cover games all across Northeast Ohio with a heavy presence in the Cleveland area along with Stark County with Alliance, Marlington, and Minerva. Once again, sit tight. We will be back on the air in around an hour and a half as Holy Name takes on NDCL baseball. However, there is rain coming in. If that game were to be canceled, we will make that announcement via our social media so you all at home can know that that game will no longer be taking place. But as of right now, we look to have a window to play the game, and we look to do just that in a little bit. But for Nathan Smee, I am saying so long from Ron Mottl Field, and we will see you again next time. In 8 innings, Tri-C gets the job done 18-9 over Bryant Stratton College to advance to the next round of the NJCAA Division II Region 12 baseball tournament. Once again, Nathan Smee saying so long and good night from Ron Mottl Field, as this has been college baseball on SmeeSports.